Divorce rate is extremely high everywhere in the world. Then why is it that people still get married? I know. Well, the answer is not simple. Nothing is simple in this life. It seems absurd, but I believe that we get married because there is the will of the species within us that tells us to procreate. Of course, it doesn't mean that you can't ignore it and be happy, but there is an urge in you to contribute to the continuation of the human race. And so when you shy away from this sort of responsibility, you can feel depressed at times because you feel like an outcast, and we people crave validation and acceptance in the group. It doesn't mean that you cannot overcome these conditionings, but that requires you a lot of focused, inner-oriented work. And that's why we see so many people stuck in toxic relationships, because we're afraid to be alone. And that's very sad, actually. And I'm not saying that being alone is better than with someone, because every decision that you make has some drawbacks. And if celibacy was an ideal solution, everyone would opt for it, and we will just disappear as a species, and maybe we will just have children like all the rest of the animals. I don't know a better alternative to the marriage if your goal in life is to have children. And so we're kind of bound to get stuck in this sort of things, although everything around us tells us that this doesn't work, and somehow we are still inclined to do it, as if we are putting our hand into a bag of snakes and hoping that we'll catch some magic wand from there, blindly. But miracles do not happen in real world, only in the Bible. So if you try to put your hand in a bag of snakes, then perhaps this is going to be the last thing that you do in this life. Of course, my exaggeration is a little bit funny, and I grant that it's not completely true. There are some exceptions, but to a lot of people it doesn't go well. And you need to be very steadfast. You need to have a powerful volition in order to survive by your own and in order to be comfortable in your own skin. So yeah, it's that's why we are keeping repeating the same things that kind of don't work, but at the same time we have to do them because it's not our decision. It's an act that we are inclined to perform as being part of a higher self, of a higher individual, so to speak. And it's difficult to be independent. So I sympathize with those who cannot bear the weight of being by yourself, which has its drawbacks, of course, and who cannot live with someone too, and they are doomed to stay in relationships that just don't work, and in which the partners take advantage of each other. And yeah, that's what I wanted to share today. I made a similar video regarding marriage in general, but I just thought I wanted to complete my message today and wish you luck to find your soulmate. And I believe that there is love, but it only happens once in your life, where you are young and naive. Because if you get smarter, you are beginning to see obstacles, and you get too comfortable living independently and making almost all the decisions that you desire without someone to nag at you and give you negative energy. Of course, it's not always the same, but most couples are like that, or at least that's how I view them, perhaps through some pessimistic and cynical lenses. I agree. There is a sort of pessimistic side to me, I'd say, although I try to hone it and make it realistic and to look reality straight in the eye, so to speak. But love is rare and it's an illusion, but you have to feel it from two sides and then it becomes real. Or if you meet a young girl who still believes in love and she's very genuine about it, her emotions might pass to you and you can feel the same. Our feelings are contagious. They are chemical reactions, so they pass through air. And yeah, it's that's the world that we live in. Neither cold nor warm. It's just the way it is, and it doesn't care about us, and it's also not against us. In fact, it doesn't use words, which are only a tool that we use to understand it, and which is limited to only a fraction of everything that surrounds us. So yeah, I think I'll conclude my video here. Have a nice day, and I'll see you on the next one.